Hey everybody, Kevin here from Invisible Insights, your high performance coach, and here's a little something for your performance edge. And dude, I'm excited today because I'm going to challenge you to do something that I'm willing to bet no one has ever challenged you to be before. And I'm going to challenge you to be a stalker. Yes, a stalker. Hang with me here, okay? Don't take off, okay? Because I think this will make sense at the end. But I was on a call the other day, and my coach was talking about stalking intention. And as I was journaling through this, I'm going to share with you stuff that came from my journal. But as I was journaling through this, I was going like, dude, stalking. Like, that is such an intense thought. You know, how intense am I about what I'm doing? How intentional am I about what I'm doing? And there were areas of my life that jumped out to me that I probably need to be stalking a little bit more, being more just really cagey about. So let's talk about that because ultimately there's a number of things you need to be stalking, okay? And I want to talk about, first of all, I mean, think about this, stalking your intention. And again, we can't always assume intentions just kind of happen. You got to be asking, why am I doing this? You know, is this really about, impacting something, or is it really more about my ego? Am I really trying to serve here, or am I really trying to impress? Is fear driving this? Is fear of loss driving this? FOMO driving this? Like, stalking, like, ask so deeper questions. We got to inspect our intentions, and we got to do it every day. We have to stalk that every day because shadow missions can appear out of nowhere. And next thing is, I wrote down like, hey, I have to stalk my patterns. Success leaves clues. Hey, guess what? Failure leaves clues too. And so, and I have to ask, what am I doing? And where do I always get stuck? And what patterns lie beneath the problems? You know what I mean? Because we get setbacks all the time, but sometimes we just don't ever stalk the why of that. How about stalking your self-talk? If someone followed you around and repeated what you said every day, and put that in your pipe and smoke it. If someone followed you around and said out loud what you said every day, what would you do? What would you do? Like, and I'm talking about your self-talk. This is such a funny image because your internal dialogue predicts your external behavior. And so you got to catch the lies because we are great at lying to ourselves about things. And we got to really replace that ruthlessly with truth. And that's where stalking comes in. We got to stalk this stuff. Hey, are you stalking your energy? Hey, when I was writing this about energy, I was going like, hey, when am I the most energetic? When am I the most creative? When am I the most drained? What gives me life? What steals it from me? We just don't manage time, we manage energy. We have to make sure we have to stay in that. Hey, next thing you got to stalk is your excuses. Your excuses, I'm too busy, it's not the right time, I need more information, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start on Monday. When I get here, I will do it then, that whole thing. Listen, we got to be suspicious when those things come up. When we sniff an excuse, we got to stalk. Hey, how do we get out of this? Why is that there? Hey, you got to stalk your comfort zone. And guess what? Comfort zones rarely announce themselves. It's really kind of a way that we kind of push things off in a bigger way. Hey, let's hang on. Like right now, this is good. Hey, and it usually sounds responsible. Okay, that's like the sniff test, right? It sounds responsible. Hey, I don't want to mess this up. And again, that discomfort is a great indicator to know you're on track. How about this? Stalking your reactions. What are your negative first reactions? What are your positive first reactions? We've talked about that in other videos. What triggers you? You need to be stalking those kinds of things to make sure you're removing that or moving past that. Hey, are you stalking your curiosity? What won't you leave alone? What keeps showing up? What's that thing that keeps bugging you? Because like I say this all the time, God always puts something in us that if we don't do it, it won't get done. What is that thing? What are you curious about? What are you leaning into? Hey, you got to stalk your gratitude. Every day you got to lean into and be present with that and understand that we have been given blessings upon blessings upon blessings. We live in the most amazing place. If you live in the United States, dude, you are blessed beyond anything, regardless of the things that can go sideways here are nothing compared to what other people experience in other parts of the world. You have to stalk your integrity. Hey, you know what? It's not just asking, how do I keep my word with other people, but how do I keep my word to myself? Every promise you break to yourself weakens trust in yourself, and it takes down and it keeps you hiding in places you shouldn't. Hey, are you stalking your blind spots? You know, what are you defending right now? How about stalking your growth edge? What does that growth edge look like? What's that one conversation, that one habit, that one fear, that one skill that really just makes the difference? That's the stuff I want you to be just involved in. And again, you know, you got to be creepy about your character, okay? So lean into these things. Lean into this stuff. This is powerful. This is a long one, but it's worth it because I want you to do damage on this. Be a stalker. Get after it. Stalking is such a huge invisible. Never thought about it. And I just think it's one of those things that if you dig into it and you kind of set your mind in that way about either any of those things or all of those things, there's probably way more other good things to stalk. What does that look like for you? It's a good time to get your journal out, friends and neighbors. It's a good time to start thinking about, hey, this summer, as I go into fall, what do I need to be stalking? What do I need to be getting after? Hey, like I always say, when you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. The Unstoppable Stalker. Hey, take care, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.